What's going on, guys? EFK here, and I know I'm finally back talking about Atari. I know it's been a little while. Obviously, I've been making videos on GeForce Now and Xbox stuff, but I am back with an Atari video. So, what we're talking about today? Oh, Atari on GeForce Now. I know I can hear the people in the comments already saying, I don't want to hear about this. But hear me out, guys. Before we get into the video, hopefully stick around. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, turn notifications. I'm trying to hit 500 subs by the end of the year. So I'm trying to get 500 subs. So, GeForce Now and Atari. What's going on with that? Well, for those who don't know, GeForce Now is a cloud gaming service which lets you play your PC games on any device. Obviously, it depends if the game's obviously opted in, because obviously developers have to opt in a game in order to be on GeForce Now. It has about 1,600 and something games, which is pretty impressive library. It's got games from EA, Microsoft, and a load of other companies. But Atari is one on game company that I know is missing, and it's one that is actually quite a surprising omission, because the omission of Atari is quite odd in my opinion, because Atari has supported game services like Google Stadia and Stream Arcade, which are other cloud gaming services, and in this situation Atari is potentially losing sales because they're not putting their games on GeForce Now. Because for those that don't know, GeForce Now just allows you to access your Steam library, your Epic Games Store library, or a few other, I think some other PC storefronts, their libraries on the cloud. Now, what am I saying with this? Well, personally, I feel like if Atari wants to potentially keep growing and pushing itself forward as like a new innovative company who's got all these new game ideas and whatnot, and is back as a gaming brand, they should focus on bringing some of their Atari games to GeForce Now. Now, obviously, I own 53 of the 54 Atari Steam games. The one I don't own is Pixel Rips 1978 because I haven't got a VR, so there's no point me owning it. So, what games would I like to see? I'd like to see the Atari Recharge series, obviously. Some great games there. I think those would be great little taster for those, obviously, that are trying to get into cloud gaming and see, oh yeah, Atari's on there, so yeah. Also be Atari 50, that to me would be an epic inclusion as well, because Atari 50 is obviously Atari 50. It's got 100 plus games on there from Atari's legacy, plus it's got these documentary videos in that as well. And it could be helpful for people who don't have the storage to actually download the games on their PC or stream them. Likewise, I do feel like Bubsy. Anyone want some Bubsy? Bit of Bubsy on GeForce Now would be lovely as well. Atari bought the Bubsy IP. They've obviously republished the games on Steam, so it'd be lovely for Atari to obviously have them on GeForce Now as well, just so you can play them in the cloud on your smart TV or your Chromecast, or wherever you're playing your GeForce Now. Now, whether or not this will happen comes down to what Atari wants to do, and whether or not Atari wants to go and negotiate with Nividia. Because I do feel like this could be beneficial to Atari long term. Obviously, you can use GeForce Now on the Atari VCS as well, so you might as well, go to Nividia and go, hey, let's put some of our games on your service, see how it goes. Like, you haven't even got to do many. Like, obviously, it's an opt-in system. There's basically no work done on Atari's end to obviously bring the games over. So what Atari could easily do, Atari could just basically go to Nividia and go, hey, we want to trial it. So obviously, they could be like, okay, you get Combinera, free recharge games, and Atari 50, and then see how well they do on the service, see how many people play them, and then obviously use that data to obviously decide which games they put on GeForce Now in the future. Or they could just give us the entire library of stuff that's on Steam and whatnot, besides obviously Pixel Rips 1978, because I don't know how you'd even do a VR game on GeForce Now. But you could do that and obviously bring all those games over straight away and be like, hey, access the entire Atari Steam library on GeForce Now. To me, I don't mind which one Atari does, but I will say I do hope Atari does bring those games over. As someone who's been using GeForce Now recently, I do feel like it has a lot of potential to become a major gaming platform. And if Atari allows people who own the games on Steam to bring their copies over to GeForce Now and play them in the cloud, well, that's a win-win for consumers and for both businesses. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think this is a good idea? Do you not want Atari to bring in games to GeForce Now? Do you want Atari to obviously just make their own cloud service or focus on the VCS? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, turn notifications. And also, this might seem like a bit weird, but I have written a book. The book is available for free on Wattpad. If you want to check out, I'll leave a link in the description. But yeah, without further ado, I've been EFK. I'm signing out. Peace.